We believe your presence underscores the significance of this matter to you and the broader Ghanaian public. We appreciate your commitment to truthful reporting and public discourse. In this press statement, we aim to clarify and outline our concerns and propose alternative pathways that will prioritize dialogue, collaborations in addressing what we believe should be done to keep our front as members of UTAC. Our pressure is constructive with the sole aim of seeking resolution that promotes the interest of our association and the country as a whole. On October 2nd, 2024, the national leadership of UTAC sent correspondence, and it's important to keep the title of the letter, instructing campuses to vote on a motion should NEC of UTAC, and I must repeat this, the motion was tabled, should the NEC of UTAC declare an industrial action in support of national ban on mining and prospecting for gold and other minerals in forests, rivers, and farms. That was the motion. This letter requested member campuses to decide on the motion by October 8, 2024. The deadline was given to member campuses to enable NEC of UTAC to decide whether to join organized labor's nationwide strike or otherwise, which had been advertised to start on Thursday, October 10th. Before we continue, and for avoidance of doubt, we appreciate the necessity and urgency to address the menace of Galamsey and are in full support of the call of an immediate nationwide ban on mining and prospecting for gold and other minerals in forests, farms, and rivers. Overwhelmingly voted in support of the motion of NEC of UTAC to declare industrial action in support of the nationwide ban on mining, prospecting for gold and other minerals for forests, farms, and rivers. As observed by the motion, our endorsement was in support of organized labor to embark on a nationwide strike. UTAC, as a member of organized labor, was represented and took part in all deliberations. It is based on this that UTAC found itself a seat as organized labor meeting held on October 9, 2024, which led to the suspension of the intended nationwide strike based on government response to the concern of organized labor. It stands to reason that the mandate granted to NEC expired with the suspension, and I must say this again, the mandate granted to NEC expired with a suspension of the strike by organized labor. We were therefore taken aback by the media commentary by some of members of NEC and the subsequent declaration of an indefinite strike by NEC, respectfully. This was not the mandate that NEC of UTAC sought from members, campuses. It is a collective convention that UTAC NEC should have referred the matter back to member campuses to allow for a separate motion to be voted on instead of the natural decision by the two. We are of this firm conviction that NEC should focus its attention on holding the government accountable for how it's implementing the roadmap that was presented to the organized labor of which UTAC was represented. This, we believe, will be a solution-driven and will yield the expected impact. We strongly believe that UTAC executives are elected to represent the interests of all members, not just some. As such, the concern of all members must be taken seriously. We are, by this statement, requesting the following. We are, by this statement, requesting the following. Immediate action from the national leadership of UTAC by Friday, this coming Friday. If they can respond to our call before Friday, we'll be grateful. October 18th, 2024. First, to call off strike immediately. Our first plea, first request to NEC executives. They should call off the strike immediately. Constitute a team that will monitor the implementation of the government's roadmap to addressing Galamsey menace. Third, take leadership in inviting all presidential candidates, including the parliamentary candidates in mining constituencies, to sign and publicly declare their support for the national action being taken to address illegal mining in Ghana. We wish to put on record that our intention is not to undermine the effort of our leadership. It is one union, the fighting for one goal. But to ensure that the right thing is done by all times in the interest of the association and the country, we remain committed to working together towards a resolution that protects the interests of members whilst maintaining unity within the union and the country at large. We commend the Ghanaian populace for their collective resolve in addressing the menace of Galamsey once and for all. We call on the media, presidential, parliamentary candidates, our revered chiefs, youth in mining communities, the security forces, and the entire Ghanaian populace to work together to win this battle. The last word we want to tell our NEC executives. After this call, if you don't hear anything from them, we will advise ourselves.